had a lot of wind, which almost made the contest stop, and then we had the rain that came, and that completely had canceled the contest because rain plus wood and wheels is no bueno. We don't like that.
No bueno. Yeah, well, especially when your wheels are that small and from that material. And yeah, there was some pretty strong wind before the event started. At some point it started raining, so they just called it out for the safety of the riders. So.
And right now we are holding on a little bit before we start the live on the contest because we were just at the spine ramp for the BMX final, which was absolutely insane. And all our camera crew was over there, which is like 1 kilometer away. It's basically at the two very ends of the FISE, the whole contest area. So everybody's trying to walk as fast as they can with all the camera gear to get to the slopestyle course. So that's why you have our lovely selves meanwhile. So let's talk a little bit about the format of the contest for this semi-final for Slopestyle Pro. So we have 19 qualified riders, 5 pre-qualified riders, and they're gonna have,
it's 3 runs.
Yeah,
3 runs, and you just keep the best one. The best one's gonna count. And obviously there is no time. It's just from the beginning to the end. So as soon as you hit the last ramp, it's over.
And we had 3 riders yesterday who had the time to go, but we are just gonna start completely over. Even though like those riders had the chance to give it a try, but it didn't count at all.
Just to give a fair chance for every rider, you just give them the same weather to ride with. So yeah, all the skaters are gonna have to go again.
Which makes sense because it was only like 3 guys who went, and that would have been, it was such different conditions that
exactly
it wouldn't be fair. So we're gonna talk a little bit about what the judges are looking for in that kind of discipline. So for the roller slope style, judges, sorry, are looking for amplitude and speed. So how high you go, how fast you go, looking for technical difficulty as well. And maybe you can tell us a little bit, because a lot of the time the crowd sees a big amplitude and big, like a backflip or something like that, which looks like amazing to everybody, but it's not necessarily a technical trick, right? Big doesn't mean super difficult.
Yeah, exactly. Well, inline skating in general is pretty tricky for the crowd to understand, because most of the really difficult tricks are happening in between your feet. So like you might not be able to see quite clearly what is hard, what is not. And obviously when someone is going super high or spins a lot or flips a lot, well, you understand that. So it's you got to keep a right balance between, you want to show something to the crowd, you want to show the judges you can go fast, you can go high, you can spin a lot, but you also want to do stuff that is only possible on inline skates, which is using the frames and all the, we call them the sole plates, which is the side area of the skates on which you do the grinds.
The other thing the judges are going to be looking for is flow, style, and uprightness, as well as versatility and the exploitation of the park. Because there's a lot of different features on the park right now on the slopestyle course. There's jumps, there's rails, there's even a car.
Well, there's a few choices you have towards the end. At the beginning, you got like those 2 massive box jumps. And towards the end, you got the car or rail, so you can choose, you can pick up what you want. But the thing is that there is a massive quarter pipe at the very end of the course.
Yeah.
And I think if you hit the car, because the car has a flat rail on it, you might not have enough speed to hit the quarter pipe and do something else. So maybe a few skaters are going to use the bigger rail because it has a ramp going down right after it, so that you can carry enough speed to maybe add a little spin or a little flip in the quarter pipe and add more points.
And so we have the start list here on your screen. We see the start of the course as well. Diego Guillou is going to be the first one to go. Joey Eakin, Julian Courtier, Warren Ding, Thomas Riffaut, Bruce Varache, Adrien, and Fred Bukowski are going to be the 8 first ones to drop in, followed by Yuri Botello, Stephen Swain, Florian Petitcolin, Max Yang Yangaev, Diaco Diaby, Anthony Potier, Joe Atkinson, Nicolas Servi, Nick Lomax, Dave Lang, Maxime Genoux, Julien Lemoine, Dom Wagner, Yuma Baudouin, Romain Godner, and then Stéphane Alfano is supposed to be the last one. Stéphane Alfano was the winner of last year.
Yeah, I think actually he won the park event, and Alfano wasn't too keen on giving his first place back to someone else, so he just decided to not be part of this event, train for 1 full year, and come back next year for the win. Well, that's his strategy.
So we might not see him on the course. It's suspense right now. So as Pascal said, there are rumors of Stéphane Alfano will not be showing up, but he is still on the list because he was pre-qualified from last year's win. So it's kind of an interesting strategy.
Well, Alfano is the king of his own life, so
interesting person.
Yeah, it's just kind of a decision.
All right, so one thing that we want to talk about a little bit maybe is the difference in the course from last year to this year. Are there many big differences?
Well, I wouldn't say it's completely different. I mean, if you used the park last year, there are still a few things that carries on to this edition. But definitely the car rail and the big flat rail is different. I remember last year they had like a little kicker and then the disaster rail. So maybe this year is a little, I would say, a less risky obstacle. So maybe the skaters can do something better or better looking or more difficult. So I think it's better than last year. And also you carry more speed than last year. I remember in the previous years you could see the skaters like really struggling to get to the end, but this one is very good. So you don't have to be skating the whole way down to make it to the end. So it's good.
That's the thing too. Like as you said, that if the features are really technical and really difficult, the riders might be a little bit more careful and playing it safe. And so you want to achieve the perfect balance between the technicality of the feature and how hard it is to hit, and have something that's still fun for the riders and like motivates them to really push themselves and try something new on there.
Yeah, and that course is quite tricky anyways. I mean, it's not going downhill, it's actually pretty flat. So if you miss a landing and you lose all your speed, you might not be able to get back on the ramp and keep going. So you still have to make sure you land every obstacle from the very top of the landing ramp so that you carry the speed all the way down. For sure.
So the riders have 2 runs each. Is that right? Yes, they do have 2 runs each.
It's 3 runs, isn't it?
Sorry, yes, 3 runs per rider, and only the best run counts.
Yeah,
so
I think also 3 runs is pretty fair because you can fall once, you can fall twice, and if you fall the 3rd time, well, it's just too bad. So I think 3 times is just good enough.
Yeah, exactly. And this way you can actually really work on the line as well, because each rider, depending on their style, depending on their strengths, are going to choose different features, because it's not like a one-line course. There's many different lines that we can take. There's many different like combination of obstacles that you can take, right?
Yeah, you'll see in the middle of the course there is that launch ramp with 2 quarter pipes on each side. You can choose to do a transfer grind on those, or you can choose to do a massive transfer, an air transfer, and maybe that's going to help for the rest of the line, but it's for you to pick up what's best for you. So maybe some skaters are more technical, they're going to go for a grind. Maybe some skaters want to show more amplitude because the judges are looking for that. So maybe they'll choose to go do a air transfer over there.
And so when you do a grind as well, that must slow you down for the speed. Is it like something that you have to kind of think about? Yeah,
I think in general a grind, well, depending on the ramps, obviously, but most of the time a grind is going to be slower than doing an air in a quarter pipe. But for those skaters, I think the one that are going to pick a grind is because they're very confident with those and they're going to be able to carry a lot of speed into the grind. So that's why maybe some people are not going to grind at all, because they know like if they're not too confident on their grinds, they might not have enough speed for the rest, so they're just going to call it and have a air transfer at this point. And you saw maybe from the contest yesterday that Dominic Wagner was not going to compete because he was pre-qualified, although he was there. And I skated with him this morning actually at a local skate park, and I know that Dominic is in very, very good shape. And if there is one guy to actually show the world, oh, you should ride a slopestyle course, I'm pretty sure it would be Dominic, because he's just one of those guys that can gather so much speed and amplitude and style on every single obstacle he's going to hit. So definitely one guy to look at.
Perfect. Well, let's go check it out. We're going to go on the course right now and see what is happening. We can hear the crowd. You can see behind us there's a lot of people. That's definitely going to be motivating for our riders out there today. So let's check it. What's happening over there? Or not, or maybe we stay here.
Well,
you know, why go see a competition when you can see us, right? No, I'm just kidding. Here we are. We have the crowd. The steps on the side are absolutely filled with people. Is this Dom Wagner?
Yeah, this is the Dominic I was just talking about.
There we go.
Cruising a little bit.
One of my favorite inline riders for sure, as a person as well, and he is a great photographer as well. I always like to see, he's always able to capture really the feel and what is like behind the scene of everything, and I always enjoy a lot looking at his pictures. So look him up online if you want to see like what's actual life at the FISE for inline riders.
Yeah, actually, Dominic just opened his own website with all his photography. He's also working for BMag, the pretty well-known aggressive inline magazine. So definitely check it out because he's got some great pictures and articles in there. So now you can see the skaters getting ready up that quarter pipe that is actually on top of a bridge. And so from this spot, you actually transfer in you got a little drop in that rolling ramp, which has to be at least 4 meters. So you want to really make sure you got some strength in those legs on the way down.
Absolutely, you don't want to. You want your legs to just give in and drop under you. Look at that amount of people. Everybody's here to watch the show, and I'm sure they're not going to be disappointed with what they have in front of them.
Yeah, we can't say that like those inline skaters are practicing this kind of stuff every day, because I think the FISE is the only major event to have one of those course, and so that's why there's a few obstacles. You'll see the skaters a little not nervous, but they're definitely concentrating on their pass through because they haven't skated it much in the past.
So we have our first rider right about to drop in. They do have the choice to start from the top of the ramp or from the top of the bridge, depending on how confident they feel.
So from Switzerland, Diego Guillou goes a little sideways on his 360, goes 360 again. You see that this guy, I think it was Trispin Mizu, 270 back unity. Little front torque just to add a little more points on the spine, not a 360. And you'll notice that Diego is pretty tall for an inline skater compared to the other guys. He goes backside full torque on the rail, a little 540 to finish it. I think it was a little
mellow.
He didn't give all he had because he wanted to make sure maybe to have at least one run with everything landed and then start working with it.
So that's a great point you bring there, because that's everybody has a little bit of a different strategy with the way they do their run. So Diego Guillou here decided to play it safe for his first run and to make sure he has something up his sleeve already, so he can take a little bit more risk on the last one. But some riders are going to want to go super strong right from the start.
Well, I think it's because there's a few skaters that are so confident they are able to win the contest that they'll just try their best run 3 times and maybe just have it a little bit better every time. So maybe change a few tricks if they landed the first time, add a little side, add little grabs and stuff like that.
Joey Egan from Ireland dropping in.
Little stale grab down. 540 on the second box jump. 450, and it's very tricky to come from this angle into that quarter pipe, because if you land too close to the coping, you will just collapse on yourself because you won't be able to stand on the skates. So that's what happened to Joey here. 180 on the spine. Is struggling to get down there, because if you fall once, it's very difficult to make it happen, for sure.
Probably why he didn't take the
corkscrew
car.
720.
That was a beautiful way to end.
Little corkscrew 720 for the crowd on the big quarter pipe at the end of the course.
And like you said earlier, you see this, Joey Ian didn't have much speed because he fell, so he decided to go for the box on the side instead of the car to be able to hit that quarter pipe at the end with some interesting speed.
Exactly, he skipped the ramp just to be able to make it for the last trick.
Julian Coultier.
Yeah. So interesting fact is that yesterday he skated in the semifinal that were cancelled after, I think it was right after his run, and he started his line with a backflip on the first box jump, so we'll see if he's going to do it again. So there you go, as I said, a big backflip on the box. Kind of weird, 540, half cap 270. Backside, you saw that maybe you noticed that the skate setup is using the bigger wheels, 72 millimeters, just to carry even more speed through the course. Little Mizu on the pucks. And it goes top sole on the rack, which is on the side of the rail on the car. Maybe missing a little, just not enough energy to quite make it for a proper 540 in the quarter pipe, and fell forward on this. But I think in general he's going to be happy with it.
Yeah, and he has now something solid to start with, even though there was a little bit of a fall at the end. Warren Ding from France about to drop in again.
Yeah, one of the crowd's favorite here because he's been skating for a very long time. Well-known skater from the locals, and overall very nice guy. Drop in. Huge method for 360,
Beautiful.
which is when you saw he did it again.
Twice.
Yeah, when you pull those legs in, behind your back. Fish brain on the rail. Backslide on the rainbow rail. Little hand plant mute over across the spine. Missed the Macchio on the box. Keeps going. Backside. Oh, you saw he lost balance because he didn't have enough speed on the rails. He couldn't make it to the end, so he just jumped straight into the flat. Still happy, you see. That's why the crowds love him. That's why the crowd loves him, just because he loves them too.
Exactly, such a good attitude that helps a lot for the riders. If they still have a big smile, they're gonna have the cheer from the crowd for sure.
Yeah.
Tamarifo coming up next.
So let's see what he's got. I don't know if he's spraying or he's just announcing the crowd that he's going for something big. Transfer mute, late 180 on the first box jump. Zero spin. Zero spin is when you go backwards and you stay backwards without spinning, so it's called zero spin. Fakie Royal, he's going to call everything in fakie, which is backwards. So fakie 360 hand plant. Illusion 360 on the...
He's going for the whole run.
It was half cow.
Oh yeah.
So, without speed, well, he just for going backwards all the way down.
I mean,
you have to give the guys a prop.
For originality here, this is not something we see very often on the slopestyle court.
Yeah, it's very good. Well, as we said, it's already hard to keep your speed when you're going forward, so you can't imagine it's even harder when you're going backwards.
It takes a lot, I'm sure, a lot of practice and a lot of skills. That is for sure. Bruce Varash about to drop, taking a look at the drop, taking a look at the crowd. Look at the amount of people who came to watch roller today.
Yeah, it's great also because the slopestyle, the roller is the only event that is using the slopestyle. So it's giving those skaters a chance to promote the sport and show the crowd what they've got. So Bruce Varash, also from France, pretty well-known skater. He's been every FISE for quite a few years. Missed the flip, or maybe bio 540 on the first jump. Little disaster backside royal on the transfer there. wall ride. Trying to get more speed for a big 540 on the spine.
Not take any features on that.
Yeah, hit a soul grind on the flat rail. Big backflip in the last quarter pipe. Crowd pleaser. I'm not sure he's like, he wasn't on 100% perfect, but good enough for a first run. And you see like Bruce always has a big smile on his face. Just a great guy to be around. Next skater, we're gonna have Adrien from Strasbourg. Yeah, also someone that has been competing in the FISE for a very, very long time.
Absolutely, he's been around and he knows how it is. And you were talking earlier about the slopestyle course and how it is the only one that it's made only for one sport, and I'm sure that makes a difference for the riders because it is built for inline skating.
Yeah, you saw Adrian start at the run with 2 360s. When the backside back. Well, I was gonna say Adrian is like one of the world's best skater, using only one foot for grinds. So like he has all sort of crazy tricks using only one foot. But the thing is, like as you saw with this last trick here, if you miss the only foot that you're using, well, that means you're gonna fall, and you might fall on your knees like this, straight on the metal of the rail.
I
so
think he had the rail right in between the legs.
I think on his way up, his front wheel touched the bottom of the rail. So yeah, he missed the foot and hit his knee on the straight on it.
You could see the professional standings on the side of your screen a minute ago. Thomas Riffaut is in first place as of now.
So here you got Fred, which is skating for Seba. Started with a 360 and almost couldn't make it. He went straight to the flat on it. Fake a 360 with a little grab on the spine because he was so close to the top of the ramp on the landing zone. Yeah, he fell on it and a little sweaty in the car. Yeah, well, he won't be exactly happy, but still made it to the end. I think he's just gonna concentrate for the rest of the run. As you see, he's got his one of his friends trying to give him some motivation on the way up the course. So here from Spain, Yuri Botello. Yeah, 360. Yuri Botello is pretty famous for being a street skater, and although as you can see, he's able to big spins like this 900 true spin fish brain on the rail, which I said during the park event is one of the hardest grind you can make on those obstacles. Goes over the rail on the front side backslide. I think it was a X grind on the flat rail. Goes 540 just to add a little more points. Overall, a pretty good run. Yeah. Yeah,
there was quite a bit of speed and some amplitude as well on the first couple hits of the run.
Yeah, like I was saying, Yuri is a very good street skater. So obviously, those are two very different disciplines to skate street and skate park or slopestyle. So for him to be able to pull those tricks is very good. That means that he's got pretty much every type of skating styles.
Well-rounded rider. Next up, Stephen Swain. Mr. Swain, always a fun rider to watch.
Yeah, well, I don't know where he is exactly, but
I don't know either. Next one on the list, anyways. Did Stephen Swain? Oh, here he is, up top of the ramp.
Yeah, well, Stephen Swain, also well known for competing at the FISE, doing a massive Mr. Flip, and I think he did Illusion 180. Illusion is when you go backwards, you look one direction, and you're gonna spin the opposite direction. So you're gonna have to turn your neck at some point. So it's gonna give the illusion that you're gonna spin in one direction, although you're gonna spin the other one. So it's also pretty hard to control. He missed a few tricks at the end of his line, so I think he's not going to be exactly happy. Then again, I think he did another illusion here, if I've seen it correctly. He's just gonna, well, he's having some fun anyways. Yeah.
So that is for sure. And I was just looking at the age range of the riders, and we really have in inline skate, we really have an interesting range of age for riders. We have the youngest rider on the list is 16-year-old Nicolas Servi, and then we have Nick Lomax, who's 31. So and Adrien Anne, who's 32. So it's I would say it's pretty interesting to see that riders they're not done at 25, you know.
You went transfer a backflip on the little kicker ramp here. He's gonna try to make it to the end, although he just fell and probably
trying to gather some speed and
little sweat stance on the rail, frontside royal. Goes flat spin 360 on the last quarter pipe. Yeah, you were saying that. There's an interesting range of ages, because I think it's just passion, really. It's something you can't stop. You see the Olympic runners, although they are not professional anymore, they can't stop running because it's a little bit like a drug, you know. Like you get addicted to the feeling of doing it. So that's what those guys are about.
If you're a rider in any sport, you do understand that feeling, that it's not because you're getting a little older and it hurts a little more for a little longer than it used to, that you're going to stop doing the sport that you love. I think what it brings an interesting point of view with different styles as well.
Yeah. So you saw Max did he goes 540 and kind of stops in the middle and spreads everything he's got. Just add a little personal style in it. Fair enough. Goes 360 U-kind. You see he kicks both legs a different direction. The disaster top sole on the ledge, pretty difficult trick, and fish brain on the car rail. It goes a kind of a backflip 180. I don't know if that's really what he wanted to do, but good enough for the crowd. Like, you gotta give something. For the crowd to see.
So we have the standings right now. Rifo is still in first place, followed by Diego Guillou, Stephen Swain in third place, and Botello in fourth. As of now, of course, there's still quite a few riders coming up. And
you saw Diaco, which is like, it's incredible how the skater is good at spinning upside down, total control. You can see him like way up there, already spotting for the landing. True spin top sole up the ledge with a very difficult grind. Very high on the spine, 360.
Yeah, he still has a lot of speed, even though it's the end.
You see that just the guy has a lot of strength. Big,
that was
540 in the last quarter pipe. He's going to put both hands in the sky, because that was a very good,
very smooth run.
Very good first impression for sure.
Even though he completely avoided the last set of features, but that was only to gain enough speed to get on the quarter pipe. He's a bit like a cat, I find. Like, he moves like so smooth, and
it doesn't matter how high he goes or how much he flips, he's gonna find a way to land it anyways. Exactly. Another one of the crowd's favorite is from Belgium, Anthony Potier, also riding for Saba Skates. And you'll see, in the semifinals, he started with a little soul grind on the side of the bridge. He didn't do it for his final run because maybe he thinks it's a little too risky for now. You'll see he's trying to get more speed from the side of the course as he goes 360, a soul to 360 on the ledge. Fish brain. Well, that's the thing with the inline skates, is that you got nothing in between your legs.
Nope.
So if you miss,
one falls on the other side of the bar, and that's probably where it's gonna end. One
He's okay,
leg
though.
on each side.
Still glad to see him okay. You'll also a little reminder is that most of those skaters are going to be present next weekend in Strasbourg City for the NL contest. So if you guys want to see more of inline skating, aggressive inline skating, make sure to be there and look it up. As we see here is this is the guy that won the roller park finals 3 days ago, Joe Atkinson. Very creative skater, as he goes 450 within the first bank. And go 360 flat spin, barely made it, but still on his legs, still on his skates. One leg. Oh,
He's dancing.
I wouldn't even know how to call that. As he goes fakie 540 on the spine with a hand plant.
Yeah, very creative rider.
He's hitting everything he can, so that it adds more points and shows the judges that he's got a lot of tricks up his sleeves. And it's just very, very interesting to look at this skater go across the course.
Absolutely. This is what happened as well on the park because Joe Atkinson showed some lines that were not pretty different from everybody else. And there was kind of a debate about if he should have won, if the tricks that he did were really worth the points. But I think what brought him there was his creativity in his skating.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. If you know you're not going to win by making the biggest tricks like the other skaters, you better just try and find another solution. As you saw, Nicolas Servi going Misty 900, which is a very difficult trick. I think it might be only French skaters are able to do those tricks because the French skaters are very good at making flips and spins. Top sole 540 on the rail on top of the car, little backflip just to add something to the show. Well, he's gonna be happy because he made it through with some pretty impressive tricks.
Yep. So we have quite some high-level riding right now, and this is only the semifinals. Nick Lomax from Great Britain, as we were saying, he is one of the older riders on the course, but that will not stop him from performing.
So you saw Nick Lomax dropping fakie 270 in the launch ramp. He goes fakie 180 on the second box jump, almost lost balance, made it to the next upstep. Oh, that's backside Savannah, the fast slide, really stylish grind. Really risky to do in a line like this. 360 on the spine, little back royal. Gonna go for the car. Oh, I think he had a little moment of hesitation as he wanted to go something like back. I think he wanted to go back Savannah on the car, but he didn't cross his legs on time, so just canceled the motion. Goes back to backside UFO and made it through. Okay.
So that is where you see great riders because they can still push through an hesitation. Dave Lang, one of the crowd's favorite. Look at this, playing with the crowd, getting them amped to get all their energy and get ready for his run. The showman is on the course.
There you go, Dave Lang from the United States is the only guy part of the slopestyle. Goes fakie 540 on the second box jump, little air. Getting massive amount of speed. What's he gonna do? Soul 360.
Look at that smile.
Yeah, he's just enjoying himself. As you know, Dave is just a very happy person in general.
Super positive.
Same on skates. As he goes the same way as the BMX do, kind of a flare. So it's a backflip 180. He's just happy. Look at him.
He is so happy to be here. We were talking with him a few days ago. Dave had a massive concussion, and that almost killed him in the fall. He spent 10 days in the ICU, and now definitely has to wear a helmet every single time he puts his skate on. So he's just enjoying every minute of this competition.
Now we've got from Switzerland, Max Genoux, which is, I think, he qualified first. So actually, this is definitely one of the skaters you have to look carefully because he's got. You saw that maybe he's got to this part of the park maybe 3 seconds faster than the other skaters because he's rushing down, skating all the way down, adding tricks after tricks. He goes porn star on the top rail. I think he missed a little section of the park because he couldn't land perfectly his transfer. But definitely look for his next 2 runs because I'm pretty sure he was
something in mind, eh?
Yeah, and he was the first guy, the first qualified from 2 days ago. So.
And so he was also. Oh, here we have standings. Joe Atkinson is now in first place with 78 points. Diaco Diab in second, and Servi in third. Dave Lang fourth place. Yangaev fifth, and Lomax sixth. So things moved quite a bit
well,
as we're
going
going
through. Like Atkinson might have a chance to do a double. I don't know if in the past someone won the slopestyle event as well as the park event.
Yeah.
But for now he's on top, so he's gonna try to stay like
Get
this. So you saw a little alley-oop 450 transfer on the ram here. Very nice transfer. Fakie 180 on the spine, 360. You will skip the rail to do something in the quarter pipe as he goes alley-oop 360 abstract. It's a pretty good run in general. Yeah, he's smiling.
He seems quite happy with it.
So here we go.
Dan Wagner. Here we go.
The only one.
From Germany, the one and only. Let's see what he has up his sleeve. This guy really can surprise us.
Definitely one of the fastest skater, and as you said, most stylish skater. As he goes 360 and he keeps the grab for the whole time. 540 with a nice abstract. I think he did the 180 top sole. It seems like it's really easy, but what he just did is crazy. 180 wall ride as he goes little Macchio 360 over the spine. I think he has the same kind of approach as Joe Atkinson had, which is go fast, hit everything, make more creative tricks, and show the judges that you've got every type of trick. So you've got speed, you've got also the spins, you've got the grinds, you can touch everything you've got in front of you, you're going to do something with it. Very good.
I was surprised not to see him ride in the park event. Yeah. Do you know why he chose not to?
I think it's because there is only a certain amount of places.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I think it's just because there wasn't enough space for him, or maybe he was late for
registration.
Yeah, as you saw, Thomas Baudouin, which is one of the new blood here in France, and you saw he tried a big flat spin 360 on the first jump. It kind of did the same same type of rotation in 540 on the spine just a minute ago. He goes backside full torque on the rail, little 540 just to add something. And he won't be happy because I've seen this guy practice yesterday, and he did this flat spin 360. So the first trick he tried in his line, he practiced it a few times and he landed it almost all the time. So you see that is the 360, and it's very difficult to stop the rotation. Make sure you have both feet on the right spot to make it to roll out.
Exactly, and we saw him ride last year too, and he definitely can do a little bit better than what he just did.
He's got
he's got 2 runs more.
He's got the flips, he's got the spins, maybe a little less grinds. As you saw, he's still gonna figure out a way to do it better.
Mr. Gold Helmet, Romain Godinard is now on the course.
Yeah, another pretty well-known skater because just because of how crazy the tricks that this person is able to succeed in the skate park. He goes fakie 540 on the spine. Maybe we're gonna see at some point. Maybe we're gonna see a double backflip from this guy in the finals because he's been doing it last year.
Yeah.
So maybe he's not gonna do it in the semifinals, but for sure, if needed, if at some point he's looking for a higher place and he needs it, he's gonna pull it.
Yeah, he's the type of guy who can just decide to. He has a couple of tricks up his sleeve where he can keep for.
Is it actually him?
Oh my God, Mr. Alpha now is actually with us.
Yeah, we were actually seeing that he might not be part of the event because he wasn't part of the roller parks, but he is in the slope. So he goes, huge flat spin 450 transfer. Right after, you see, it's the showman. He's just gonna say, well, next run, and it's gonna happen. It's happening. He almost had it. And this is actually the trick that he made last year that made him win the park finals on the quite bigger transfer though. The flat spin 450 transfer. Alphano is well known for doing those kind of tricks, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna be able to land it before time is over.
we're happy to see Alphino. So here are the standings after the first run. Joe Atkinson with 78 is still in first place. Diaco Diaby in second. Nicolas Servi third. Dom Wagner fourth. And then we let you read the rest because it goes way too fast.
Well, it's interesting to see that. It's interesting to see that Joe is still on top, really, because it shows a new perspective from the judges that creativity is a very, very important part of aggressive inline skating, and I'm happy to see it actually.
So Stéphane Alphino definitely is gonna wanna go for it again because he is now in last place and he was the winner of last year's title. So we shall see what will happen. And we're watching a few replays of some highlights from the first run of all the riders, and we're about to head to the second run for every single rider.
Yeah, as you see some of the highlights from the first runs. See Bruce Varash here, backflip, and his pretty stylish bio 540. As you see, Adrian's fast, like couldn't get the foot on top of the rail, and almost lost something important.
Yeah, definitely. There's a couple close calls there. I think some of the guys are gonna have maybe a higher pitched voice.
So you see, that's what I was talking about. The illusion fakie 540 by Stefan Swain is when you're backwards and you look in one direction, but you're gonna spin the opposite way. So you're gonna look the opposite way at the very, very last moment where you're gonna start spinning, and it makes it look very impressive, and it's also very tricky to do.
Definitely, because you looking like that's how in most rotation your body is going to go where your head goes. So if you want to turn one way, you have to look and keep looking that way.
And aggressive inline is the only sport where there's such thing. When you go backwards on the skateboard, you're still sideways, and on the BMX, well, you're just down. On the skates, you can look both ways, and so you can add little effects like this to it. So that's the reason why we call it illusion. As you see, this is the second run of Diego Guillou. It goes 270 backside unit. It's just
pretty little split jump here.
He's already very tall, and it makes it look a little bit awkward sometimes. So he's just making fun of himself, just showing that it's just for the fun, and just he's just having a good time here in Montpellier.
And so the beginning of his run didn't go quite as planned. He lost a little bit of his line right after the first jump. Almost fell short of the ramp for the first jump, so I think that may have thrown him off a little bit.
Yeah.
Joey Egan coming up next.
Yeah, you'll notice that Joey is skating for Remedies, which are very big skates for such an event. You see that most of the skaters have very tiny skates, more like shoe-like type of skates. Those skates are much more more massive, and it makes it look very heavy. But you see, it also looks quite stable as he goes 450 transfer in the quarter pipe, 540 on the spine, well executed. Maybe landed a little low, so he didn't have enough speed for the ledge, and also with the rail. A little cork 720. He was out of juice there. Felt, but still happy, and gives a little.
We have a little replay here of the
little high five to the crowd.
Yeah.
As he goes up.
Next run.
Yeah, we're gonna have Julien Coultier, which had an okay first line. He started with a huge backflip. Pretty sure he's gonna do it again. As
Here we go.
Big backflip.
That was close to the side of the ramp.
You saw like he landed a little low on the back, a little high on the backflip, kind of clipped the top, and so he was rushing down the landing to make sure he would go across the second box jump. But
look
it's still,
where he lands on the ramp.
Super.
Yeah, and really close to the right side as well.
You see him rush for speed as he wants to make it through the second box jump.
You can see the wind in Warren Ding's shirt on the side there. This definitely affects the riders once they are in the air. Definitely it changes a little bit the momentum.
For sure. Definitely in one of those events, especially at the beginning, those two big jumps, you start very high over the crowd, so there's nothing to block the wind really. Transfer backside royal, started with a few 360s on the box jumps, top sole 360, little hand plan, soul grind on top of the ledge. He goes backside royal on the
He's
flat rail.
he kind of grabbed the rail a little
He's
bit.
like,
He's
careful,
oh, no,
careful.
sorry.
Yeah, careful, careful, but he still made it to the end.
So the good thing is that for all these riders, there are 3 runs per rider. So
As you see, Warren is giving a little
a little show for the camera.
taste of his happiness to the camera. You can see Thomas wearing Arsena shirts, which is a brand from a local company making those pretty cool shirts, organizing events, promoting inline skating and the skaters themselves, supporting the scene. So Arsena definitely look for their stuff.
Going in, dropping in here. Keeping it simple.
Goes safe on the first box jump, goes just a normal air 360 on the second one. Oh, Trispin top sole on the curved ledge. Very, very difficult trick, especially because it made it look so easy. So you have to remember, it's not what it looks like all the time.
Exactly, and I think he may have decided to keep
Bam.
it safe for the first part of the run, to be able to keep his speed and go for those more technical tricks a little bit further down the line.
So he did a top sole 540 on the. See, this is the Trispin top sole I was talking about earlier. Very difficult trick. You gotta almost spin a full 180, although you're still grinding forwards. So very tweaky position. As you see, Bruce Varash, which is on top of the kicker, looking maybe just getting ready for his run, looking down.
Young rider, 17 years old here. So we have a kind of the new generation of rider as well.
Yeah.
Whoop.
He missed the coping on top of that ramp.
Right in front
Where
of the
am I?
camera.
Where am I? He's gonna be looking for the right direction. Still going. He's just gonna make it to the end just to give something for the crowd, and also just want to not call. I'm not doing
There
it.
we go.
Just do it. And
That
maybe he kept going just for a backflip actually.
Exactly, that was definitely one for the crowd. Crowds do love backflips. Little high five to the guys on the sideline.
Bruce is actually 28 years old.
Oh.
Although maybe sometimes he looks like he's 16 because he's got a very well preserved face.
Oh,
But,
I thought it was written 17 here on the screen, but
Yeah.
my bad. My
Well,
bad.
he's gonna be happy about it. So now we have the oldest skater of the event, Adrian Ann, which is 32. Although he's also looking pretty young to me. 360, almost lost balance as he goes bio 540, almost missed the flip. Backside torque. As I said during his first run, Adrian is very good at one foot tricks. So that's what he's doing. Maybe he's gonna try the fast slide again. That he, there you go. Couldn't make it to the end. 540 to finish it up. Yeah, he's probably not gonna be happy about the last fast slide, but because he actually felt pretty bad on the first one, it's already an improvement on that.
Definitely. So not falling is always an improvement from falling. So
Yes, it is.
second run going a little bit better than the first one, and
So you
let's
got
see where that place everybody in the standings.
yeah. So here we got actually this is one of the youngest skaters, 17 years old from Paris, France. Fred Bukowski, which is a very good skater. Street, park, anything, he's up for it. He won the amateur contest during the Winter Clash, which is one of the biggest aggressive inline event in the world. He goes Macchio with a very stylish grab on the rail, 360 here. Little nothing, little air on the spine.
Nothing.
Yeah, well, nothing is actually a trick on BMX.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, maybe on skates too. 540 to finish it up. Yeah, he's happy about it. He's still got one to go. You see, like, he gives the impression with his grab that he's going to go fake. He's going to go backwards on the landing, although he goes forward. So it makes it look very stylish as well. So you see Yuri Bathello maybe looking a little confused. What's he going to do? What's he going to do?
He does look confused.
Yeah, what's he going to do? Maybe they're waiting on something. Maybe some workers are in the park.
Yeah, sometimes there can be a piece of there can be something in the park that you need to take away, fix. And with all the wind that we have, it wouldn't be surprising.
So Yuri, here we go, 360 on the first jump. He goes 900 again. Very nice rotation, very fast. He goes very low, so he has to go fast. You see, goes Tristan Fish, and for some reason there's a few skaters in the world that make Tristan Fishburne look so easy, but it's ridiculously hard, hard. Little X grind and then flat rail.
Not hitting the quarter pipe at the end, not quite enough speed for that.
Well.
Yeah, we see that he's
I think it was
still not quite.
Yeah, it was very similar with his first run. So maybe, yeah, not quite there yet. So looking for more.
Look at all those people on the bridge behind Stephen Swain, who's about to drop in from the top ramp.
We're gonna have to tell Stefan to use his helmet properly because he never straps.
Yeah, it's not really useful. If he actually, the days he's actually gonna need it, it's just gonna fly away.
Yeah.
Don't do that, kids.
This is not a style element. This is a very important part of equipment.
Exactly. It's not just to put stickers on your head.
Yeah. He goes frontside Savannah.
Ask Dave Lang about how important the helmet is.
Well, you were saying about Dave Lang injury, and it's true that Dave Lang had a little complication with after his injury, and you see that he has a whole different perspective on skating and life in general, and has a very positive vibe when he goes to events like this. He just feels like he's very fortunate. Yeah, fortunate to be part of this, especially after something like that.
So if you just joined us, so we are at the 19th edition of the FISE World Montpellier. Dom Granger here with you and Pascal Raymond commentating the Slopestyle Pro semi-finals. And we have Mr. Florian Petit-Colin
this
on
is
the course right now. We are in second run.
Started his run pretty powerful, actually, better than his first line. He goes fakey 720 on the spine. Quite a good rotation. He goes royal nice. To a forward unity. Little flip in the last quarter pipe. Yeah, so you see he goes completely upside down as he goes a kind of a flat spin 450 transfer, a little bit like Stefan Alfano did earlier, but even more upside down. Good looking stuff in general.
So next up is Max Yangaev, about to drop, waiting for the
signal.
For his name to be called and for the signal that it is good to go.
Yeah.
Starting sitting?
Yeah, well, actually, he's got a very fast setup. I think he's using the
he doesn't need the full drop or the drop from the bridge.
He's got the Coltic frames on which you can put 4 big wheels. As he goes 540 with this little extension, the little pause in the middle of the spin. Only him has done something like that so far. frontside full torque on the... Oh! As he goes, Trispin double fish brain. Obviously, this is something you cannot do on a...
yeah.
Well, yeah, you need to have a very specific type of ramp to make it happen, and it did it actually pretty perfect. When sitting on the car, maybe ready for a picnic or something.
Yeah, and then went for a little, I don't know what it's called at the end there, just like kind of...
There is a name for that, although I forget it. As you see, the double 180, but it's hard to tell the real name of that, but it's like a 180 and double fish brain. So you have fish brain on both ways. As you see, Diaco.
Diaby the cat, actually
it's
second on
incredible how high this guy goes. As he goes, flat spin 540 on the second jump, a frontside backslide on the rail, the backside royal on the rainbow.
Right now in second place for in the professional standings.
Top acid on the pucks.
Once again, skipping the last couple of obstacles to be able to use
Cork 900 in the last quarter pipe. Well, he had both of his hands in the sky after his first run. So if it's still like this after his second one, that probably means it's a better score, or at least that he's happier about it.
That is true.
As you see, one of the nicest faces to look at around the FISE. Potier always enjoying himself, making strange faces, happy faces, all of them. The showman, Anthony from Belgium, also skating for Arsenal. As you see, one of the shirt design they've got here.
Also waiting for a signal. Here we go.
So I think he's gonna go for the rail I was talking about. Oh! So he goes soul grind on the side of the bridge, which is like a railing so that you don't fall off the bridge. As he goes a little sheep jump or something like that.
Yeah.
Goes very, very quick in the park. Big air on the spine. He's gathering for something. Oh, what's he gonna do?
What's he gonna do?
Oh, well, the camera, you couldn't even catch it, but I think it is the disaster on top of the rail, on top of the quarter pipe. A little show, please. You saw like the first thing he did. I hope we're gonna see the replay of that. But the first thing he did in his line.
Here we go.
Well, that's the last thing he tried, which is a soul grind on top of
just the banner
fence,
holder.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just a fence. It's not even a rail that was installed for the riders.
Exactly. And the first trick that he done in his run is like that sole on the railing, so that you don't fall off the bridge. And when you stall on this, there's like 4 meter drop right in front of you, and there's at least 1 meter that you have to jump until you can cross to the drop ramp. It's very, very, very dangerous trick for sure. So the judges are sure to remember that and give a score for it.
He's trying to get pushed by the wind, I think.
Yeah, I think Joe is gonna wait until the wind goes down a little bit. Joe is in first place right now, so he's not gonna take the risk to go when they're
the big gust of wind. Yeah,
exactly. 450 drop in.
This is why.
I think he's the only skater that's done it so far. Maybe there's that French skater that done it as well, but there is only a few at least. As he goes, fakie 270 transfer, soul grind 360 on the rail, skips the ledge to go fakie 540 hand plant on the spine, forward Savannah on the top of the rail, and he goes a little top soul stall. he was gonna. I don't know if the judges are giving points for when you go back up the park, because actually you could just you could never stop.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Obviously you can't do that. But anyways, he's just enjoying doing it. So
exactly.
No matter what. So Nicolas Servi, also from France, which is the youngest skater in this event. But it's not because you're young that you're not good, and especially in inline skating, because when you're young, you're not scared, and when you're not scared, well, you do stuff like this.
Exactly. You don't think very much. Yeah.
Very nice bio, kind of a Misty Flip bio 540 thing with a rocket grab in the middle as he goes fakey, roll up. I think it was a kind of a nosedive, the 360. Cool little backflip. Obviously, every backflip is a good backflip, so why not add it?
Oh, that close one for the last trick. Slipped a little bit at the end there.
Yeah, and then like you see the focus on this guy. As soon as he fell on the last quarter pipe, he was already up, standing on his way up, looking very focused because he wants to keep it together for his last try a little bit later. Nick Lomax, living currently in Barcelona. I think Nick Lomax is one of the guys that have been pulling the most videos this year. He almost had like one edit out every week or month.
Wow, that is impressive.
Because as you know, Barcelona has many skate spots, so
that's true.
Yeah, for there to skate every day, obviously you're gonna gather a lot of clips.
Barcelona is a good city for a lot of action sports. A lot of people love to go there. Of course, it's a bit like the FISE. It's all for the daytime session and the nighttime session.
Yeah.
As well.
So you saw actually Nick was looking for the same way another skater was trying. Go backward the whole course. So obviously it makes it very difficult as he goes fakey 180, well, half cab top sole on the car rail. I think it's gonna be Dave Ling next. So he's just kind of standing like a rock star on his on the stage, and he looks like one. You gotta admit, he looks like a rock star, and it's put both hands together, getting some energy,
using the ramp on the top.
Fakey 270 inside the starting ramp, 900, Fakey 540, yes, Fakey 540 in the second box jump, carrying a lot of speed, soul grind 180, Fakey a kind of a inverted 540, the same way Joe Atkinson did a little bit earlier. Big flare in the last ramp.
Yeah, Dave.
He is happy. It's going to be definitely a good score.
Yeah.
He was about to give his helmet to the crowd, but maybe he has to remind himself that first of all he's got another line, and second of all his helmet has become the most important part of his equipment now.
Exactly.
So don't give it to the crowd for now.
Keep it, Dave.
Yeah. So Maxime Genoux from Switzerland is coming up next. Also a very calm person, always focused, and same as Dominic Wagner, a very good photograph. So qualified first in the quarterfinals. Big 540 abstract. Back little fakey 180 on the second box jump. As he goes transfer. Frontside royal on this little ledge. Backside full torque to 450. 360, fakey 360 end plan, little fakey 180, and a fish brain, very difficult trick. Fish brain rocket, and on the car rail. Well, you see, like there's a few skaters that are not they're having fun doing it. Like everyone is doing it because it's fun. But a few skaters look definitely more focused in their own bubble, you know.
Yeah, there are some of them that are really there for the competition, and so they're there for fun and to enjoy themselves and the crowd and the FISE in general.
Yeah, well, it's just a big, it's just festivity, a big party in general.
Exactly. Next up, Julien Lemoine.
Yeah. So getting ready. There you go, dropping the ramp. Very slow rotation on this 540. Fakey 180. Try to keep it together. Oh, he missed the sole, but still rolled out the ramp here. Fakey UFO, frontside UFO. Little 360. Nothing too difficult. Nothing too difficult. As he goes like a kind of a breakdance looking trick. As he goes a little 360. It's like your legs are going all over the place, really. So here we go. Now we have Dominic Van. It was a little bit of a confusion, I think, in the previous run. Now this is time for Dominic. Dominic had a very, very good run, I believe so.
Yeah, he had 72 on his first run. He is in 4th place as of now. So he is, we have good chances of seeing him in the finals for now. But there is still a 3rd run after this one.
Yeah.
So things could definitely change. But I mean, we are taking the taking the top 12 in the final.
Yeah, very nice 360, and then again, like went a little sideways on the first 360, and went even more sideways on the second 360, flat spin actually, as he goes sole to 360. Again, a little 360 on the spine. Yeah, he kind of he's using the park in a very nice way. It makes it look very easy, and this is one of the key aspect of Dominic. He's very good at making skating look fluid and easy. The next skater, as I was saying, it's one of the new blood in here in France, Yuma Baudouin, which has some crazy spins. Maybe he's gonna try to. Maybe he's gonna try his Mr. Flip 900 the same way he was trying it in the practice a little bit earlier. As he goes, big 900, Mr. Flip.
Yuma Baudouin really impressed everybody last year.
I'm not sure if he grinded this because it was a little too fast, but he did 450 transfer. Maybe he actually did 450 to back some Royal on the coping. As he goes a little bio 540 on the spine. He went frontside UFO to a fish brain and fell on his butt on the way down. Still, overall, a pretty good run. So we're going to see a few of the tricks he did. So that's the 540 on the spine. Pretty inverted looking rotation.
Romain Godinard about to drop in. Mr. Showman with the gold lucky helmet. Looking out for the crowd as well.
So his first run he had 63.33. He's definitely going to try to improve his score because he's one of the guys that actually, I think he actually won the slopestyle last year, and he's been on the podium for almost all of them. So definitely look carefully here.
And also we have to mention that. Here we go.
Corkscrew 720 on the first box jump. Royal to alley-oop, top sole. It's very difficult to do those tricks because if you miss, like, you couldn't have enough speed to go on the spine. As I was saying, it's very difficult to do those grind tricks during a run. As you see, Romain might be injured or maybe a little.
So like a little bit of pride injury as well as hurting.
You don't like to see people to have like a few thousand people looking at you falling.
No, exactly. Especially if you're well known like Romain Godinard.
Yeah.
And so as we said, the top 12 of these semifinals are going to go in the final, and then the top 5 people. In the top 5 in the final are going to be invited to FISE World Series in Chengdu, China.
Yeah.
So there's not only the prize purse on the line, there's also invitation to the China event in October.
Which is actually a really good prize by itself, obviously. So, Alfano almost fell on the way.
Just on the way down.
Yeah, let's go 360 and then corkscrew 720. The way Alfano knows. 450 transfer, royal grind. top sole. Oh well, Alfano is well, he's just gonna call it here and go straight up because actually he's gonna go back to get speed for the rest. Alfano is one of the skaters that is it's just really capable of making crazy tricks, but you'll see that sometimes he's maybe he's has a little lack of strength for the grinds and stuff like this. So you'll see him fall and stuff that looks a little easy for him, although he's blasting some crazy 900s and 720s on the box jumps. It's because this skater is obviously one of the first skaters actually to here in France. He's been here for more than 15 years doing this.
So still in first place, Joe Atkinson, Diaco Diaby in second, Dave Lang in third place, Nicolas Servi fourth, Maxime Genoux fifth, Dom Wagner down to sixth, Julien Lemoine in seventh, Mr. 8, but you know, it gives us a good idea of that things can definitely change a lot in one run, and since it's the best one that counts, everything could still change for the last one.
That's why it's so interesting to look at a competition like that, because it just takes one perfect run and there you go, you might be able to win it. So the skater that is last right now might have a good chance to actually win the event.
Yeah, exactly.
If he pulls it together.
There's no it doesn't
add up.
Exactly, it doesn't add up. So it makes a big difference for the riders and for us watching.
And also, like, because it's only one run, most skaters are going to try crazier tricks, like better tricks, because just imagine if you had 3 runs of equal score. So let's say it's 33% for all of them. Obviously, you want to land everything on all the runs, so you're gonna have to go less risky and more secure, more safe. Exactly. So if it takes only one run to win, you're definitely gonna have a good show to look at.
And so we might see some crazy stuff from Joe Atkinson, because he is in first place right now, and if he wants to make sure to keep his first place, he's really gonna have to go big and go crazy, and he can afford it because he already has. He both runs he was in the first place, so he already has a good chance.
But a safe spot is never safe enough. So as we say, he's still gonna try to improve his run to make sure he goes back home with the win.
Exactly.
Because there is a few really good skaters right behind him that are thirsty for something like that.
Absolutely. And one rider I wouldn't be surprised that we will see work well under pressure is Stéphane Alfano, because I mean, he is the winner of last year's edition, and he has not been doing really well on this competition yet, on this slopestyle event. So if he wants to make sure at least that he makes it into the final, he's really gonna have to step it up. And he's used to competition, so he's used to the pressure. And so I wouldn't be surprised if we see him
actually, he won the FISE World Tour last year, and he won in Chengdu, China as well. I think Alfano is, I wouldn't say he's the best skater in that list, but he's definitely one of the best competitor. I mean, when there is something to win, he always manages to find a solution to pull something crazy and win the judges or something like that. So we're getting ready here for the third run. Maybe give a little rest for the skaters. It's very, very, very sunny right here. We can barely see our screen as we are struggling to tell you the scores and stuff like that, because the sun is shining straight at it. So here we are with the last run from Diego Guillot from Switzerland, as he's going for a little transfer. There you go, the little 270 backside unity.
Is going to go down at 6:30 today, so definitely stay with us for the final.
Was that True Mizu? I think it was a True Mizu on the
On the
on the
car.
rail.
Sorry guys, we have a really hard time. Like Pascal was saying, it is extremely sunny everywhere and as well on the TV set here. So our screen where we are watching the action, there's a lot of glare and the action is kind of tough to see. So we're trying to find a solution at the moment so we can keep giving you all the right information and name all the tricks.
Yeah,
and,
I think it makes us wish that we had a direct view on the course because we're down. We're a little bit further up the Les River, so we can't really see the course. So we need those screens to be able to tell you what's going on.
Exactly. We can tell that there's a lot of people on the course right now. That is one thing that's for sure. We don't even need a screen to know that there's a lot of people on there. So our second rider is
Joey Egan from Ireland.
Egan from Ireland going in.
He goes again with a fakey 450. Tries to. I think he fell in his first run on the same trick. He's just trying to make it happen. Obviously, when it's your first run, you're trying to pull it together and at least get one good run, because I don't think Joey is in the top 5 right now, or not even the top 10. So trying his best to make it happen as he goes corkscrew 720. Corkscrew 720 in the quarter pipe, as you can see right now on your screen. So last run for Julien Coultier as well. Really chilled out. I don't think he's got any pressure. Basically, all the runs that this guy made were equally good. So maybe he's got something else to show, make it better. Add something maybe. As he goes backflip again. Oh, well, you see, I was talking about adding something. It did backflip.
A late 180, but a little too, not quite.
Lost
far
control on
enough
it. He did backflip on the same obstacle in the first 2 runs. Tried to add a 180, like backflip 180 on the this time. Couldn't make it. Still going. 360 on the spine. Mistrial on the bucks. Top sole on the car rack. Missed 1 foot and fell on the side. Still happy. He's gonna be able to go take a good rest, because you deserve it after those 3 runs.
Yeah.
And if you're part of the finals, you gotta remember that those semifinals were supposed to be yesterday. So today's skaters, the skaters that are gonna be part of the finals, are gonna have to do 6 runs today. Under that sun, that is quite difficult and quite exhausting.
Warren Ding is up next. He is currently ranking 21st, so he really needs to step it up if he wants to make it in the top 12.
Yeah. So here we go. Looking down the park, trying to get a little inspiration from the park. And also feed from the crowd. Feed from the energy.
I like to see the riders using this first quarter pipe not just as a drop, but also coming back at it, using it for a little trick.
Exactly. If the judges count it in, why not using it?
Exactly.
Fish brain on the flat rail, little backside torque on the rainbow rail.
Nobody took the pole jam yet.
The soul grind on the flat down ledge as he goes. Royal on the he's go. So I'm not sure how that works, but basically Warren went down the course and up half of it, adding more tricks to his run. But I don't think the judges are counting when you're going back up the park, but maybe just for the crowd or for his own fun.
Thomas Riffaut ranked at 11th. He's kind of in the bubble spot right now where he could get pushed out of there. Well, I mean, just like anyone.
Well, exactly.
Since it's not adding up, there is a bubble spot, but I mean, if he keeps that kind of spot, he will be going into the finals. Let us remind you that it is the top 12 that go into the semifinal. No, into the final. Sorry, from the semifinal. Our next rider is dropping in. Here we go.
So as you can see, Thomas is going quite quickly. Skipped a few ramps. Oh, he goes alley-oop 180 to a fakey 360 on the little wall ride thing. Fakey handplan 360. Soul grind on the rail. So far, so good for Thomas. As he goes 720, it looked like he didn't even push for it.
Happy with it.
Yeah, if he was in 11th place, it's definitely not gonna be worse than his first run. As you see, it goes like a 180 hand slide. You stay very low on the box jump, and you put your hand down.
We see that a bit in the snow sports and snowboarding.
Yeah,
we see that a lot, and
it's cool that you can do it on
well.
inline skates as well.
Trying to hide from the sun.
Yeah, you can see a few skaters are just trying to get some shadow because the burning out there. So
Boots Varash is ranked 19th. That's where I saw the fake age earlier.
Yeah. he's got what it takes to be up there. So hopefully he'll be able to pull a good run. As he goes to pass here, then quarter pipe, drop in, kind of a bio 540, fakey 180. A disaster backside royal on the transfer here. Maybe 540 here. I think it's kind of missing something like a creative element to his run. Although it's all pretty good, you see that like the skaters that are top 5, they've just got something.
Yeah, there's a little something more.
Yeah, that's what you need, actually.
I mean, that was a good run. Was it good enough to be in the top 12, especially when everybody's absolutely pushing it? He skipped a few features, so not getting the points. All the points he could get from the expectation of the park necessarily.
So
Adrien Anne up next. He is currently 20th in the 20th rank. So another rider dropping in with quite a bit of pressure.
Exactly. Adrien also had a bad fall in his in his practice time, and he had a very big scar on his bottom.
Oh.
And you saw the medics did a very good job at putting
cleaning it.
Yeah, exactly. And so now he's able to compete again, and we'll see his last run right now.
Getting some energy from the crowd here. That always helps the riders. We hear it so many times.
Yeah. So Adrien starts with a little 360, little sketchy on the landing. 360 again. You see, like I feel like Adrien is kind of keeping, he's kind of absorbing the rems instead of kind of using them to gather more speed. You can see he's kind of hesitating on just going full on, and that is one of the reasons why he is down on the ranking list.
Yep, he is. Because that's what happens when you have a crash. Sometimes it's really tough to get kind of back on the horse.
Yeah, it's very difficult because you're going so fast. It's difficult to be confident enough to keep going and add speed when you can add it. So you see a few skaters that are just like letting the little hill carry you down the course. So Fred Bukowski here from Paris, France. I don't know what is wrong with Fred, but like for some reason in practice, in quarterfinals, he's missed this 360 on the first box jump quite a few times. I've heard a few riders saying that the lunge ramp is a little tricky to get used to, and that's what happens to that's what happened to a few skaters, like Fred. Keeps going, adding a few Mac
nice
kills.
use of the rail on top of the car.
Yeah, a little fish brain on the rail. Fakey 360 on the last ramp.
Getting the high fives from the crowd.
Yeah, he's not gonna be happy because, as you see, he's
No,
having the wrong axle on the 360 and is out of balance for the whole time, so he couldn't land it correctly.
Yuri Botello now 15th on the provisional rankings. Once again, seems to be kind of serious about this whole.
Yeah, maybe just.
Maybe that's his
focus.
game face.
Yeah.
Just in the zone.
Well, see, 3 runs, 3 nines, perfectly executed, true fish, and this is incredible that in 3 runs you can do true spin fish brain so easily each times. This is one of the hardest grinds you can do on skates. Yuri's got it. As he goes 720 on the last quarter pipe. That was actually better than the previous run, so this is why he seems happy about it. X grind on the flat rail.
Yeah, I think that's what he wanted to go for last time.
I think Yuri is one of the only skaters that did difficult, like risky grinds during his line, with the X grind on the flat rail and the Trispin fish brain for sure. Definitely.
Next rider, Steven Swain. Steven Swain is already pretty far up the list, I believe.
Yeah, I think he had like a few bad runs. Although Stefan is able of the worst and the best, so hopefully this time it'll be the best.
Definitely pumped to be up there for the crowd and happy to have the cheering and to drop in.
Huge Mr. Flip, illusion 180 on the second box jump. As you see, he's cheering with the crowd.
Yeah, playing with the crowd here.
A little slow. He was slowing down because the spine is very short. You don't want to go extremely fast because you're just gonna fall flat after. So you saw him scratch the ground.
He is happy with his run. He landed everything.
Yeah,
Everything
well,
was pretty clean.
Yeah, because he couldn't get the first good run and second run. He's just happy to have at least one that he can count.
Florian Putzkala right now in 10th rank.
So you see also like inline skating, very good community. You see all the skaters cheering for each other. It's just a big family, really. You'll notice sometimes you go to a country you never went before and go to a local skate park and easily get new friends and sometimes a place to stay, and like it's very just like an extended family. It's very good to see the skaters, although there is money involved, just cheering for each other. As you can see, nice bio 540 and almost backflip transfer. Backside Royal up the ledge, fakey 720, perfect. Fakey 720 on the spine. He's the only one that done that today, actually. Royal to fakey, goes fakey bio 540 on the last quarter pipe. Very good line in general.
Good run for Florian Putzkala. I don't know if that would put him at a higher place than the 10th spot.
Yeah, it's
but
hard to tell because the middle group, the scores are very close from each other. So
Max
we'll
Yangaev right now in 8th position.
Yeah. So
Happy.
Yeah. So far part of the final. So going to try to make it better. What's he got? 360 with a little kind of U-kind. I don't think he'll have enough for the. Yeah, you saw that he was missing a little bit of speed for the second box
Still
job, and he went
pushing it
corkscrew
through.
720. He wanted to make the best out of his line as he goes fakey 180 up the ledge, across the spine, soul grind. Oh, goes 360 top sole on the car rail. he's happy. He just tried to do something. I mean, he's already in 8. Maybe he's thinking that it'll be part of the finals anyway. So making something happen. Maybe you can hear the friends streaming next to us with Miguel going crazy with the local skaters, as you see
Diaco
Diaco.
Diaby, who's in second place actually right now. He has been riding very well today. You can see a lot of amplitude.
He goes very
in his
high on that
run.
360. Flat spin 540, little half cab, back rail, backside unity on the rail. Big 540. Oh, a lot of style on the stuff he does.
Yep.
He did this 540. Maybe like sometimes too much style makes you lose balance because you're a little
You're
bit
tweaking it.
still too much, you know. So you can keep it together and make it for the landing.
But I mean, Diaco had already some very good runs, pretty high scores. So I think he can be pretty sure to get in the finals.
He's definitely part of the finals, so he's just gonna stay on it, be happy with what he's got.
That was probably not his best run.
Yeah.
So he's probably going to keep the score from one of the first 2 runs.
Yeah, here is one that is definitely looking for being part of the finals. Anthony Potier that starts sole and then again drops in. Very, very dangerous trick. I wish we had a better view on it so that you guys can understand what's going on. As he goes a forward little jump like this, like a parkour trick. Sole 360, very quick rotation. And he's looking again for the last trick, which is he's gonna go to sole grind on the top of the fence, the top of the quarter pipe. Does it, comes back, oh, bad fall. Oh, he's gonna be okay. Yeah, he's okay, he's okay. And there you go, fist in the air. Happy to be part of the event. He almost made it. As you see, he actually put his foot on the fence. The first time it didn't make it, and he found a way to put back the foot on it. He almost made it, almost landed the trick. So very good from Anthony Potier, although it's probably not going to be good enough for the 12th place at least. So current leader Joe Atkinson getting ready for his final run of the semifinals here in Montpellier. He's already won the park event 3 days ago.
We might have a double winner here.
Well, that'd be incredible for him. Big 360. Maybe he's just gonna play it safe a little bit as he goes 1 foot wall ride and this little very tricky, a little bit slalom, like a slalom trick you see from other disciplines. There you go. There you go. You see that this skater is having so much fun that he's just not stopping. Oh, maybe you've seen that he did the fakey 540 end plan on the during his run, and he came back and did the same thing, adding an extra 180 with a fakey 720 hand plan.
Nicolas Servi, 4th place as of now.
Yeah. So very young skater, very so much potential in someone like this. As he goes 368 double grab on the first box jump. Misty 900, very, very technical type of rotation. Only the French skaters are capable of something. And you saw him.
Going. Here we go. Doesn't even
he missed at 1 foot on the backside royal. Still going 540.
But he's already sitting on a pretty
safe
solid
spot.
Score and safe spot for the top.
He went through Mizuru, opposite 540 out. Very, very difficult rotation from this trick, and he made it.
Nick Lomax right now in, not on the top 6 yet.
We're trying to get some shadows so that we can see the scores and the ranks on the screen. And it's a little difficult because it's very shiny inside the studio right now.
And the good thing is that if you're watching, you probably saw which place he is in, even if we didn't tell you.
Yeah, you guys saw it. We didn't.
Unless you're sitting outside with your laptop and the sunshine and you're like us with a piece of cardboard to try to get some shade.
Yeah. Saw Nick Lomax going fakie, half cab backside royal. It's 540 in the last quarter pipe. I think the skaters at this point, because they know the scores, because there ain't many skaters to go, they know that they're already part of the finals, so taking it easy, keeping some energy for the last 3 runs. In the
Oh,
finals.
Dave Lang. Oh, hi, Dave Lang.
So in 3rd place right now, we got Dave Lang from the United States of America.
The happiest inline skater in the world.
Yeah. Fakie to 70 mute grab. Big 900. I've never
Solid.
seen Dave fall in the 900. He goes fakie 540 on the 2nd box jump. Keeps going. A lot of speed. He's gonna go fakie 180 on the spine. Looking for speed for what? What are you gonna do? Big flare. Big flare.
Come on.
Oh, big 720. Oh, puts the hand down. Couldn't stop the rotation. Was spinning quite quickly for the landing.
Don't throw it, Dave.
Anyways, he's in 3rd place, just rocking it.
As usual.
Yeah, the rock star.
Such a passionate guy.
Here we got the artist, so Maxime Genoux from Switzerland.
Now
Currently
in-
5th.
Yep. That is also a good spot for him because he has good chances with the scores that he has already to keep that spot and make it in the final.
Yeah, I think it's already, because there's only a few skaters to go, I think it's already, he's already sure to be part of the finals. As he went half cap fish brain,
He's
gonna-
done.
he's gonna call it. Maybe he's gonna save some energy for the finals. He's good.
Yeah, especially if they have been skating in under the sunshine for the full day. It is very tiring. It is. Hopefully, they are drinking a lot of water. We are getting quite some colors here
Oh yeah.
on the set, and now we have Julien Lemoine right now in 7th place. That is kind of a
It's a
tricky spot, starting to be in the tricky spot to get in the finals because depending on who what scores people had and what scores that he had, we're kind of in the middle of everybody.
Well, you're saying that, but at the same time, because there's only a few skaters left, they're pretty sure that even if all the next skaters would get a better score than him, he would still be in the top 12. So I think although it wasn't the safe spot on the first 2 runs, by now.
Yeah, I guess depending if the professional rankings have updated with the 3rd run score.
Yeah.
So we shall see.
We shall see. So it goes UFO 450 out.
Dominic Wagner right now in 6th place, about to drop in. He got moved down a little bit from the 1st to the 2nd run by his
The
colleagues.
silent killer you see here with a nice 360, nice 540. Everything is landed very perfectly. He goes.
Whoop.
Well, I was saying this. Maybe
Jinxed it.
Yeah.
Come on, Dom.
Maybe he's gonna look at the stream and feel like I've done that, but missed the top soul transfer. Still going. He's in 6th place, so he's gonna be part of the finals. Happy to be here as well. You saw him this morning skate with the local kids in the local skate park. Overall, very kind person. Always up for the kids and skating in general. So in 17 right now, we got from France, Yuma Baudouin, which is definitely going to try to improve his score because he's one of the riders that they have the potential to be part of the finals for sure. As you saw in the practice, if you're here in Montpellier, he is able of some pretty crazy tricks. So the second skater that does that, the 450 drop in. It's a really big 4 meters drop as he goes flat spin 360 on the first jump. I think it's better than his, definitely better than the previous runs because he struggled to land the first trick. He goes big 540 completely upside down on the spine. Okay, he was frontside Farvanugan on the car here. I think it was an okay run actually. It was I think it was better than the one he just had before. He seems happy, so I guess it's going to be a better score for him. Although he was in 17th place, so who knows if he's going to make it. Another one that like should be part, I say should, but actually has the potential to be part of the finals is Romain Godner. So obviously he's going to try to step up his game, try to get those tricks done. Maybe we're going to see some doubles and something like that.
I mean, he has to step it up if he wants to get in.
See corkscrew 720,
because
big 360.
he is in 14th place right now.
Backside royal.
And this is not where he wants to be.
No. He tried Trispin Meso. He couldn't luck the trick, but he still manages to go through the obstacle without falling. He skips why? Well, that is a transfer here, but I'm not exactly sure if that would be better than doing a good grind.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe for creativity, since I mean nobody did it really, nobody used that feature that way, but we shall see. Last but not least of the riders, Stéphane Alfano, another one who definitely needs to step up his game. He is currently last in the rankings with 24th place. Both of his runs have been difficult, and we'll see if he can get everything together and get a good run on this one.
Yeah, Stéphane has been part of the FISE for at least 10 years now, so
getting the crowd to encourage, he knows how the FISE works.
yeah, as he goes tail grab,
Come on, Stéphane.
drop in 360 on the first box jump, corkscrew 720.
Yeah, using going for grinds on the rainbow rail as well, really using all the features. This is more the Stéphane Alfano that we know. Nice save on this one here.
Yeah, 540 on the spine, almost fell.
All right, Stéphane is stepping it up. He has his big smile that we know. And so that was our last rider today for the semifinals. We do have the finals a little bit later, and we're gonna have results in just a few seconds now.
Yeah, there's going to be a little pause in between the finals and the semifinals you're looking at right now to give it a little rest for the skaters.
All right, we'll see a couple highlights of the third run for all the riders. And I'm really glad Stéphane was able to get everything together and at least perform a nice decent run, you know, like.
Let's see if he's part of the finals, but definitely he had a good run.
At least had one good run. Like I think everyone would have been disappointed to see 3 runs that were really difficult for the current champion for the FISE.
Yeah, you want to see you want to see the best skaters and just the competitors doing their best all the time, because obviously they are the guys that are able to pull the best tricks.
Absolutely.
If they've been winning, it's because at some point they were giving good stuff for the crowd, right?
Yep, and for the judges, of course.
Yeah.
So we see a lot of different styles here. Everybody's been really trying to push to get get a good use of the full course, rails, ramps, everything.
Well, as you see with this the Slopestyle event, a little bit like it was during the park event 3 days ago, the judges are very keen on looking at creative tricks. So this is the reason people like Dominic Wagner and Joey Atkinson are on top, because they might not be doing 900s or big flips, but they are touching everything and making skating look very easy, although it is not. You see a lot of grinds and spins and near misses, 720s, all sorts of good stuff. Transfer from Romain Gonnet. Not sure it's worth much.
Yeah, but I mean, it's really the only transfer we saw. I think there were maybe a couple different places that the riders could have tried it. So, results: Joe Atkinson 79, Diaco Diaby second, Dave Lang third, Nicolas Servi fourth, Maxime Genoux fifth, Dom Wagner sixth, Julien Lemoine seventh, and Stephen Swain eighth, Max Yangaev ninth, Florian Petit-Colin made it, 10th place Romain Godner, 11 Nick Lomax, 12 Stéphane Alfano did not qualify. He still got a little bit higher, but he did not get to the point he wanted to go. So you see the rest of the standings, and well, we will be back with you in a few hours at 6:30 p.m. for the finals. This is a pretty it's shuffling things around a little bit. We have riders that we didn't expect, and Joe Atkinson does have chances to be the double champion for FISE World Montpellier in roller for park and slopestyle. We shall see what happens. And thanks, Pascal, again. And we'll see you in a little bit. We'll go grab a drink of water. See you in a bit.